More Americans now saying they're struggling to afford groceries. A poll from the AP and NORC shows 41% of Americans last month reported being concerned about being able to afford groceries over the next few months, up from 24% in April. Joining me now to break down the results of the poll is Jennifer Benz, director of the AP-NORC Center for Public Affairs Research at the University of Chicago. Jennifer, thank you so much for making the time and joining us. So what stands out the most to you about this poll? What are people saying about the stress they're feeling about the economy and affording their basic needs?
Yeah, in our poll, which was taken in July, we're definitely seeing that many Americans are expressing economic concerns, and particularly this issue around grocery prices. We found that 41% of adults are extremely or very concerned about being able to afford their groceries in the next few months. But I think one thing that's unique is that we're also seeing concerns about other areas of the economy impacting people's stress over affordability as well. We see the proportion of adults that are concerned about gas prices starting to inch up as well. And it's really this idea that people are the kind of sort of compounding effects of people feeling concerned about prices from healthcare and housing and groceries and gas all hitting them at the same time.
Right. And how do the numbers in this latest poll compare to previous polls? Have you seen a major difference?
We have seen some changes. Again, we are seeing this impact of gas prices starting to inch up. And it's sort of that compounding effect. Other concerns about aspects of housing and healthcare, those concerns about the economy have been holding fairly steady for quite some time now.
I see. And how else are you seeing affordability issues reflected in your polling?
I think what we're seeing is that people are starting to make some behavioral changes in their own day-to-day lives. People feel like they can't do very much about prices on housing or healthcare or gas at the pump, but they can do something about dealing with grocery prices. And we saw that about 6 in 10 Americans told us that they're starting to make changes at the grocery store in order to pay for other types of necessities. So, they told us they're switching to generic and store brands, or they're altogether stopping buying certain types of items at the grocery store, cutting back on eating out, those types of behavioral changes.
Are you noticing affordability becoming more of a top issue for Americans politically?
We are certainly seeing that Americans are changing their perceptions about how President Trump is handling the economy. Our data right now are showing that about a third approve of how Trump is handling the economy. That's down from about 40% at the start of his second term, and it's a marked shift from his first presidential term when the economy was a relatively strong issue for President Trump. And we do see that the shift is happening among Republicans and independents, as well as the fairly low ratings among Democrats. So we've seen about a 10 percentage point downward shift among Republicans and independents over the last couple months.
All right, Jennifer, thank you so much for your insights and for keeping track of all of this. Appreciate it.